entitled sister and brother-in-law are not respecting me as a member of the household. For context, I, 21F, have had a pretty close relationship with my sister 30F and her husband aka my brother-in-law 30M. They are currently still living with my parents and I, since the rent is split between both parties making it more convenient for everyone. My sister and her husband had their first baby in June, and since then the household dynamic has changed. It no longer feels like our family home, it feels we are living in my sister and her husband's house. The first issue. My sister's in-laws, aka her husband's family, come over to my house way too much. My sister's in-laws already have a history of testing and crossing boundaries, paired with a lack of home etiquette is the way I would word it. Also historically, my sister's husband sucks at setting affirmative boundaries with his family. The boundary the in-laws are choosing to cross now is that they come over way too much, with the excuse that they are coming over to help my sister and her husband with the baby. It started off with only my sister's MIL and SIL coming over to help with baby. It's now progressed to the MIL, SIL, the SIL's bum-ass boyfriend, and the FIL coming over at the same time every week for days in a row. This would be slightly excusable if they all equally contributed to helping out with my sister's baby, but a majority of the time, it's only the MIL helping out. The rest of them just sit there on my couch, using my TV for hours, even going as far as to take naps on my couch. I have been very patient with both my sister and her husband about the whole thing, because I'm very much aware that taking care of an infant is a lot, probably more work than I can even imagine. I also gave them grace because as I mentioned, we are closer than most people are with their sister and BIL. They have always been kind enough to invite me to their outings, buy me gifts they didn't need to, and just spoil me overall. For that, I'll forever be grateful. But I decided to speak up when the issue started affecting my mental health about a month into the ordeal. It did not feel good coming home after a long day, and seeing that I don't even have the liberty to enjoy my own home because there is an entire family taking up space in my living room. On top of that, I strongly dislike the SIL's BF and now I'm being forced to see him all the time in addition to family gatherings. To this day, I come home anxious and in fight or flight mode because the in-laws might be there, and I'm stressed that I might get fed up and snap on someone. It just felt like I was no longer receiving the respect and consideration I deserve as a member of the household. Despite this, I have communicated these sentiments calmly to my sister 3 times. Each time, I feel like the conversation goes well, but then nothing about the situation changes. The last time I opened up to her, I told her that my emotions were escalating and that I was trying so hard to maintain the peace for both her and my BIL, but she needed to do something to resolve it soon. She told me she understood and that all she asked was for me to give her time. It's been a month since that conversation and nothing's changed. It almost feels like the in-laws have doubled down on their visits and are coming more than usual. Now I'm feeling even more disrespected because it's as if my efforts to communicate to her how I was feeling meant nothing to her, simply because both her and her husband are too scared to stand up to his family.